Welcome back to WendyPaulet TV. I'm Chinwe. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what you see, please subscribe before you leave. But if this is not your first time, it's good to have you back. Thank you for always coming back to watch. And if you keep coming back but you're not yet subscribed, just do it already, because you get notifications when I upload my weekly videos and this relationship can work better. Like the title already gave it away, today I'm going to be talking about love. I know some of you might be thinking, what's love got to do with this channel? I know I can sing, don't mention. But yeah, I'll tell you what love got to do with this channel. Everything. But the main reason why I decided to talk about it in this video is because I was at a birthday dinner last night with some family and friends, and they were talking about the 5 languages of love. I'm going to be talking about the love languages we have, a book by Gary Chapman, a 1995 book by Gary Chapman. And I thought it would be nice to share it with you guys because, you know, we are one big family and it's all about sharing ideas and information and just interacting with you guys. Plus, I did not get to talk much on the table because they were all married couples and I was just taking everything in because they were coming from the romantic point of view. You understand? But me, I'm a single girl, so I'm going to talk about it from my own single life perspective. I'm going to talk about the 5 love languages in relationships in general, whether friendship, brotherhood, family, romance, marriage, boyfriend, and any other type of relationship you have, even business relationship. Well, I hope I'll be able to do that because I'm not actually talking about the business aspects. But I think you can actually relate it to all types of relationship because at the end of the day, you're relating with human beings. So let's see how it goes. Before I get into the 5 love languages, I'd like to tell you guys what love means to me. Because I believe love means different things to different people. To me, love is life. Do you understand? Love is consciousness, and what consciousness is about is just expression. So the idea of love to me is not restricted to romance. Like, love is just about different expressions of God. Do you understand? And I believe everybody has the capacity to love. Everybody has the capacity to express themselves. So to me, love is not about making sacrifices or compromise. Remember, I said express. So it's about expression, and you express who you are. That's why a lot of people will tell you, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. What I get from that is, be you because you are loved. You're perfect in however you are. Just express yourself the way you like to be expressed, because when you do that, because you have that capacity to love unconditionally, like, it's going to be very nice. And for me, I love everybody. Like, I don't even need to meet you to love you. I just love you because that's who I am. You understand? I wish you well and I'm willing to do anything I can to express my love to you. Notice how I keep saying express. It's not about trying to prove my love to you. There's nothing to prove. Like, I don't need to prove to you who I am. I'm just going to express it in the best way that I can. And because we're all different people, we're unique in our own thinking, we're unique in our life experiences, the way we express our love is very, very different. That's why different people have different things that appeal to them, because like I said, we're all different expressions of love and God is love. So it's just about expressing yourself and going towards the things that express themselves in the way that appeals to you. Get it? Yeah. And I keep hammering that love is not about sacrifice. A lot of people, like last night, they kept on saying that love is about sacrificing something for the other person to show them that you love them. Like, me expressing myself, because I believe people are kind, people like, the default human being is actually nice. I believe that, and that's the way it works out for me. I believe everybody is nice. Everybody has the capacity to love. And because that's my belief, that's what I get from people. Me, I'm nice not because I'm trying to get something from you. I'm nice because I'm a nice person. Like, I was born to love. I was born to express myself. So I'm not expecting anything from you, because I know when expectations get mixed up with it, it's as if we're doing competition. Do me, I do you. Oh, I did this one for you and you not match it. And then you not start feeling resentment for each other because you feel like you're overdoing and this person is not matching what you're doing. But if you see love as just who you are nice because you're a nice person. Like, I'm not being polite to you because you have money. I'm being polite to you because I'm a polite person. I'm not being kind to you because you're my superior. I'm being kind to you because I'm a kind person. I'm not smiling at you because I'm trying to get your attention. I'm smiling at you because I love to smile. Like, it's really not about you, just about who I am. And yeah, that's the way I see love. And I believe love is all around me. Like I said, love is life, and everything I see around me is life. So the trees, the people, the animals, everything. I'm not a dog person, but when I see dogs, like when they get excited around you and they start jumping around, like I see it as their own expression of love. And if you can just separate romantic love from just love, you understand what I'm talking about. Because why people get it mixed up is because once you talk about love, they'll be like, like it goes into romance, it goes into boy and girl relationship, or like just romantic relationship. Like, love is far from that. Romance is just a way to express your love. You can be kind to people, that's loving. You can be polite to people, that's loving. You can do your job and do it very well, that's loving. You can just be you, and you is the best expression of love you can show the world, the people and things around you. I've learned to not restrict myself to people or situation or a group for my happiness or love. Do you understand? Like, there's love around you. Do you understand? Like, everything you see in this world was created just for your own satisfaction and happiness. So look for it. Seek it out by being you. Seek it out by relaxing. Seek it out by just being happy. And yeah, let me not get too deep into this because I have a lot to say when it comes to this topic of love, because people just suffer a lot when they don't even have to suffer. Like, don't depend on people and situations to feel loved. You are loved, and when you be loved, when you express yourself, the same thing will come back to you. You just see people being nice to you. You see things happening. We call it coincidences, but I think they are cooperative incidences that just happen to make things work out for us. Like, just look around you and just see how wonderful everything is. Your family, the house you're living in. And it's really not about comparing yourself to people that have it worse. No, it's not about that, because even those people in their own situation is relative, and they have a way of expressing that love and receiving it back from the world around them. You understand? So that's it about what I think about love. Love is not restricted to romance. There's love everywhere. You are loved, and when you are loved, you receive love back, because there's an organizing intelligence that keeps everything in balance, and that's what most people like to call God. So just be you and do you. Express yourself the best way you can. Just do the best you can, and the best of what you want will come back to you. Trust me on that. So that's what love means to me. Like I said, we all have different opinions about things, and this is my own personal opinion, and it's been working for me actually. Going into the love languages, 5 of them were mentioned in that book by Gary Chapman, and in that book, Gary Chapman says that these 5 love languages are the different ways we express and experience love. It says that you can exhibit the 5 of them, but you are predominantly one. I don't really agree with that, because I believe life is very dynamic, or at least my life is very dynamic. Things switch up on you without you even knowing. So I believe it changes. Today, my love language might be this one. Tomorrow, it might be another one. I might meet this person today, and my love language with that person is this particular one, but the next day, it might not be that one. So for me, it's very dynamic. Like, I don't have to be one particular love language. So let's dive right into it. The first one I'd like to talk about is act of service. Act of service describes people that appreciate people that do things for them, or people that like to do things for others. Your love language is act of service if you're that kind of person that when someone is telling you their problem or just sharing something with you, what your mind is going to already is just what you can do to help. Do you understand? Some people are like that. They're not telling you their problem because they want to vent. They're telling you their problem because they would like you to do something for them. And there are some people that just derive joy in doing things for others. They like being of service. You know, those little things that matter, that is what gives them joy, and they love to do it for others. So if you have a friend, or you're in a relationship, or you have a business partner that appreciate those kind of things, that appreciate you doing stuff for them, no matter how little, just the thought that goes into it, or just knowing that you can count on them to do things for you, that's their love language, or that's what appeals to them the most. So just basically being of service to people. If you're with someone and they're telling you their problem, and all they just want you to do is sit down and listen, and you're thinking of how to go and help them out, that relationship might not really survive, because you guys are not speaking the same language, or rather you're not understanding their language. So it's very important to know who you're with and what appeals to them. And it doesn't even have to be in a romantic relationship. It could just be a friend or a neighbor or a family member. Some people really, really appreciate those that do things for them, and some people love to do things for other people. So if you have someone in your life that just like to do, like they just like to do, you can't tell them something without them doing something about it, then their love language is definitely acts of service. So that's what acts of service is all about. Those that like to do things for people, or those that appreciate people that do stuff for them, no matter how little, just do it for me. Like they just appreciate your effort, they appreciate your service. That is their love language. The second love language I would like to talk about is physical touch. This one deals more with romantic partners because, I mean, you get physical. So some people, their love language is just being very close and mushy and doing all those touching things. If you're in a romantic relationship and your partner just loves to be touched, loves to be hugged, kissed, and doing all those kind of stuff, that is their language, and that's what appeals to them most. And for someone that has that as their primary love language, if you go about doing stuff for them, they might not really appreciate it because what they want is the touch. They don't want you to come and save them. Maybe they are venting to you so that you hug them and tell them, oh baby, everything is fine, don't worry, you'll be all right. And even if you're not in a romantic relationship with someone that their love language is physical touch, you could just do as little as holding their hand or giving them a hug or patting them on the back. It goes a long way because that's the language they understand. That, like, you're speaking their language when you just touch their body. So if you have someone that their love language is physical touch and you're trying to do and undo, you're just wasting your time because they cannot relate. So it's just about finding out what works for someone and doing it for them, and finding out what works for you and telling others so they can also relate to you on that level. The third love language I would like to talk about is receiving of gifts. Some people, what they appreciate the most is receiving gifts. And it's interesting they added this one because all the love languages is about giving. So it's important they remember people like us that really appreciate receiving. If someone's love language is receiving of gifts, if you like, touch them from today till tomorrow. You just be annoying them because what they want is gifts. So yeah, if your love language is receiving gifts, I'm guessing some people that are watching this now will be like, yes, my love language is actually receiving gifts. Aren't we all? Aren't we all speaking the same language? I mean, everybody loves to receive gifts, but there are some people that just really, really appreciate receiving gifts. And it's not even about birthday gifts or Christmas gifts, just a gift to show them that you're thinking about them. Or I have this friend that she could just be out and she'll see something, even if it's a pen, and she'll be like, this pen will actually look nice on this person's hand. She'll get it for you. Like, that's the kind of person she is. Her love language is receiving gifts, and that's where she expresses her love to other people. Do you understand? And it doesn't even have to be big. It just has to be thoughtful. Like, when they receive it, they'll be like, oh, so I came to your mind when you came across this. No, those kind of things that just make people feel special. Some people like me, I love receiving gifts too, especially when you think about it. So it's good to understand people and speak their language. The next love language I'll talk about is words of affirmation. This one talks about the people that like wash. Don't mind me, not wash, yeah, but people that love words. Like, when you talk to them, it does everything for them. Like, when they are doing anything, you tell them, thank you so much, I really appreciate what you're doing great. You know, those kind of people, words of affirmation is their love language. If you know anyone that seems like no matter what you do for them, it's hard for them to appreciate it. Like, no matter what you give them, it's hard for them to appreciate it. Then their love language might just be words of affirmation. Maybe all they want to hear from you is, you're doing great, I appreciate you, I think you're wonderful. Some people really appreciate those words because they feel like it's coming from the abundance of the heart. Because, like the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So when you talk to them, they feel it more. Like, they feel all the love they can possibly feel, because they feel like, for this person to search within their hearts and tell me all these things, they must really care about me. And like I said earlier, it's not only about romantic relationship. It could just be with your friends. It could be with your family members. It could be with your co-workers. So if you know someone in your life that just love to hear those words, love to hear those affirmations, love to hear those compliments, give it to them. Give it to them. It will not hurt you. It will not kill you. It will only make your relationship stronger. The fifth and the final love language is quality time. This particular love language, last night during the dinner, all the ladies were like, oh yeah, my own is quality time, my own is quality time. And the men were like, of course, your own is quality time. Women love attention. And I can totally relate. Some people really want you to be there. Like, they want you to be there. They just want you to be there for them. They want you to be easily accessible to them whenever they need you. They just really appreciate that time you spend with them. But then again, I feel like if it becomes too much, it won't be quality again, because it's now time. Like, you're spending time with them, it's no more quality time. So again, it's very relative. But according to this book, there are some people that when you give them that time, when you're with them, you're sitting with them, you're looking into their eyes, you guys are connecting, they really, really appreciate it more than any gift you give them, more than any words you tell them, more than any touch you touch them, or more than anything you can do for them. So figure out the people around you and find their love languages. Let me give you a tip though. Your love language is the one you are prone to expressing the most. So if you're the kind of person that likes to do, like you just like to serve others and do stuff for them, that means that's your love language and that's the way you express it. So be careful not to express your language to other people. They might not understand it. So your love language is your love language, and that's what you should tell your partner or your friend or your co-worker, that this is what appeals to me. Be careful not to express it to others, because it might not be the language that appeals to them. So your love language is the one you do easily. You like to tell people stuff, you like to give them positive affirmations and just cheer them on. That's what works for you. It might not be what works for others, but that's what works for you. So your love language is for you to tell people, this is what I like, and then your job is to figure out what they like or ask them what they like. Don't even go and figure out, because you might just be assuming stuff. So just ask them what they like and relate to them on that level. Let me recount the love languages again. The first one is act of service. The second one is physical touch. The third one is receiving gifts. The fourth one is words of affirmation, and the fifth one is quality time. That's all I have for you in this video. I hope you found it really useful. If you like this video and want to see more of it, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel and you get updates whenever I upload my weekly videos. But first, you have to turn on your notification. If you enjoyed this video, like and share with your friends. You never know who you might be helping. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video.